So what are we going to talk about? We haven't talked about this at all.
Did you see anything about Cohen today?
I watched a good amount of it. It was juicy.
What the fuck? Anything show.
Fuck.
When it's not football season, anything's talked about for the most part.
I mean, you're not wrong. Because during football season, if you're recording, we recorded 3 different football videos. Or 2 football videos and then talked about Marvel. That was the anything aspect.
It's true.
Remember when we talked about decolonizing that one time? And then nothing.
That's so true.
For like 4 months.
Damn. Yeah. When we get big, Rooster Teeth will pay us well. Won't have to worry about it.
They have to worry a lot more.
Well, I mean, yeah,
but they
but
put out content.
yeah, but we would have the funding to do so.
Sure.
Yeah. So I would quit my job.
I think
At least I would.
this is such an American thing, but it's a dream of like being salaried.
For real.
Like, what a relief that would be.
Just salaried. Yeah. Put out 2, 3
Not having
decent
to
videos.
have 2 hourly jobs,
Dude,
to
for
make
real.
it through. Like,
That was me, man. That was me for a
we had
while.
like 4 jobs.
Yeah.
It was like,
I was doing
how
that.
are you walking?
Yeah.
Let alone driving around town and all this shit.
Life of a Mexican. Speaking of Mexicans and walls, Cohen's
Nothing to do
Was-
with today.
Cohen.
Nothing to do with it.
Cohen was dropping some.
The transition would have been, speaking about getting paid and getting fucked, Michael Cohen. Because you know about how he's paying off porn stars for the president. Because that's the thing that we're going to have to teach our children about.
For real. Yeah.
Remember when the craziest thing was that one time a president got a blowy? Not president likes to get peed on and had people pay it off.
I know.
And then
And Robert Kraft.
that is another thing.
Old man paying for sex is like.
Well, there's one thing of one person is a man who, man is loosely used, but a scientifically dictated human person was trying to hide his multiple affairs while seeking the office of the President of the United States. And the other person is a geriatric person who was paying for sex from
with
people that are
an
victims of
underage
child, not child of, just human
human
trafficking.
trafficking. Exactly.
So neither are good, so it's not like a weighing of them, but they're not. These sexual predators are rapist apples and predatory oranges.
What the fuck are you
What I'm trying to get at is, we can talk about Robert Kraft in its own video.
Jesus.
If we're going to talk about Michael Cohen, we can talk about that.
Okay.
But lumping the two of them together are two things that are conflated. Video starts. So what'd you see?
I saw that, like, there was apparently with, and correct me on her name, I'm not even going to try to say it, not the Middle Eastern woman, she's like the first Pakistani American to pull it off. I don't know. She called him and Trump out for being racist, and it apparently got heated.
Is her name She had glasses?
Yes.
Yeah, I forget her name. It's Congresswoman. It starts with a T. It's like Tasala or something like that. I watched that because I was like, watched like the last 45 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like Trump being racist and using hate speech and had been talked about from like the very beginning. That was part of Michael Cohen's statement. He brought that up multiple times about how it's like everything you've heard Trump say, he's like 100 times worse in private, and all this multiple examples. And then congressmen and women were bringing up certain questions, talking about that. But her thing was earlier in the deposition and interview, this congressman from North Carolina, who's like Weber or something, I can't remember his name, he brought in a woman to the chamber who was like a Trump employee and like called a friend, and she's an African American woman, and he's like, here's Miss blah blah blah. And he was like asking Cohen, like, what's your relation? It's like, this is Miss whatever her name is. I helped her get this job at the Trump organization, and she's worked for X many years and all this stuff. And then he goes, okay, so she's been around for a while. Knows both of you very well. She says she would never work for somebody who is racist. So then how can you say Trump's racist? She's a person of color who works for Trump and says she would never work for a racist. So therefore, he's not racist, and why are you lying? That's the summary. That's like condensed from like 6 questions. Like, that's what he was saying. He was like, I'm in a parade. It was essentially the more formal version of, I have a black friend. I can't be racist. Or I can say the N-word because I know a black person.
Oh, God.
And then so...
Which apparently a congresswoman did, right? Recently?
No, that was like a representative who was talking about the black part of town.
That's true. The N-word part of town.
Yeah. She made, her apology was like even worse. It was because she was pretty much like, oh, come on, they've heard that from everybody. And it was like, no, you're doubling down. That's so stupid. But so this congresswoman, whose name I can't remember, it starts with a T. She like asked all her questions, and when she was like, that's pretty much what everybody's doing. So they asked a bunch of questions, and then they talked for like 2 minutes and gave like a whole speech. Her thing at the end was pretty much saying that the idea that if you bring up one person who you say knows this person, and then because they know them, that means they can't be racist just because they're a person of color, is in itself a racist act. And doing that is ignorant and stupid. And then this guy was like, whoa, what the fuck? And like trying to stop everything and be like, no, I'm not racist, and you can't, like, how dare you call me that? And like going up there and was like, yeah, but not letting her talk and screaming, and was like, I have nieces and nephews who are people of color, so you know,
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?